one that I wanted to do to see how the Mont Marte paint pens work. These pens are the Mont Marte metallic acrylic paint pens, and I wanted to see how they stacked up, not just doing dots and dashes and that sort of thing. I wanted to see what they'd be like, what would happen to the tip if I was using them as like writing and drawing. And I'd already had a little bit of a play with them. They they're very opaque, which is fantastic. Um, and I just pulled out just a couple of photos. This is my photos of my husband years and years ago. I think it was like 2011, maybe 2011. Might have even been earlier. Could have been closer to '08 actually. And I just wanted to do something super simple, right? So I wanted to do a layout, and what I'm writing on this layout with these pens are a list of songs that remind me, when I hear them, they remind me of my husband. They remind me, not because we've been to a, not because they generate, like normally I do put obviously our wedding song and stuff like that there, but not just that, just songs that make you think about your partner, your husband. It could be your kids, um, it could be your parents, and you might want to scrap a photo of them, but it doesn't actually have a story to it. So this is something that I do when I want to scrap memories, but it's not photos of a specific memory. I hope that makes sense. So for me, these photos, they're just photos that I've taken when he's come home from work and just being silly. And I wanted to, um, I just wanted to. I love music. Something that keeps me going day in day out is good music, and I guess that's probably why I relate really closely with um, like the creative side of me. It really it works for me. So all I did was take a black sheet of cardstock. So I've got a white base, black, and there was no measuring. All I did was lined up the corners. I did measure to the center, the 6 inch mark, and I just stuck it down, cut the edges off, and that way you end up with 4 triangles. Now, I probably should have. I wasn't quite sure how I was going to do the the songs, if I was just going to follow them all the way around. But if you do it like that, then you have one. Excuse me, I just yawned so bad. That was so rude. I apologize. I'm actually doing this voiceover on a Sunday afternoon, and I've had the worst. I've had an allergic reaction to sunscreen, and it's only been of late. And for some reason, I am dead set having a reaction to, and it's driving me nuts. Anyway, I've had to take an antihistamine tablet, so if I yawn, I apologize. I don't want to, but it may happen. Now, I am just going around. So Amazed, that's actually by Lone Star. That was actually our wedding song. So I did put that one on there, but that's, like I said, that's not what this is about. This is not about a special event or a special time. Do you remember years ago we used to make a mixtape? You do it for your boyfriend, or you do it for your best friend, or whatever. Well, this is kind of taking that concept into 2024. It's a way that we can write down things that remind us. And like I said, it could be anything. You could be writing down your favorite recipes. You could be writing down just the title. It'd be a great thing to give somebody. You could give your best friend. They might have just bought their own house, or they might have just moved out of home, and you want to give them a Rolodex of maybe a few, or some index cards with some recipes on it that are good staple cheap recipes that you can always fall back on. You know, your things like potato bake, um, spaghetti bolognese, curry sausages, you know, just basic, easy, cheap, wholesome food. And you might want to put those recipes into um, a format that they can keep. Then you could actually do a photo like this, and you could actually write the recipes that you've given the person, and you know it. You could tie it back like that. I mean, it's not for everybody, but I mean, it literally gives you endless, endless ideas to be able to scrap. I was listening to someone the other day. Who was it? It was Sandy. I can't pronounce her last name. She's scrapping reflections, and she was doing a live. I think it was Whiny Wednesday for her, and it was hilarious. I don't know if it was a Wednesday or a Friday. I don't know what it was, but she was having a fat old time. It was fantastic. It was so fun. And one of the people, I don't know who brought it up. I think it was one of the subscribers, and they brought it up and said, you know, you run out of things to scrap. You know, once your kids get to a certain age, you don't have as many photos of your kids anymore. You know, your pets, you can only scrap your cat or your dog so many times. This is a different way of looking at your memory keeping. Your memories today in 2024 are going to be different to what they will be in 2036. You forget small things. This is why I say I scrapbook the everyday. I don't only scrap. I scrapbook for my mental health. I scrapbook to give people ideas. That's okay, scratch that. Go back. I scrapbook because I love the craft. I love paper craft. I love mixed media. I love all of that sort of stuff. And I really enjoy, since I started my channel, I'm really, really enjoying sharing my ideas and my concepts that I've always just kept to myself and sort of internalized them, thinking no one really wants to hear what I have to say, kind of thing. But I think some of you do. Obviously, there's 1,960 odd people that are very, very happy to hear my. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was so rude. To you like to think of my ideas, and you may use them. So this is just these little hearts. I've got to tell you, these little hearts are just leftovers, and I stuck them in one of these little containers. They've been sitting on my desk forever. Now, as I've said over the last couple of weeks, 2024, I want to use up the things that are sitting around. We all have them. If you've got a space that you're able to dedicate to your paper craft, guaranteed you've got things that are left over. You've made a couple of extra flowers for something, or a couple of extra hearts for something, or let's get in and use them. Let's use them. So that's what I'm doing here, just to create sort of a little border, because it's very, very busy with the paint pens. Now, like I said, just to give you some more ideas, you could do this with you could list your child's favorite things if they're starting school this year. You could, I actually saw something the other day which was a fantastic idea. If you've got, Carol, you could do this. If you've got a child starting school, buy an adult size shirt, put on the front of it, class of 20, whatever it's going to be when they finish grade 12. So 2024 plus, I'm trying to think, I think it's 2035 from memory. I could be wrong. I'm just going to quickly work it out. 2024 plus 13 years, 2037. So on the front of the shirt, you put class of 2037, and you take a photo of them, your child, wearing the shirt, which is obviously gigantic on them, and you fold it up and you keep that as a keepsake. And then as they get to their graduation, put the shirt on again and take another photo. How awesome is that? That is like the best idea. If I had my kids starting over again, I would so have done that. Obviously, my kids are all older. My youngest is like 13 this year, so Yeah, that ship has sailed for me, but it's a great idea for you guys. Now, I am with your ideas that you've got here, you could quite easily, you could quite simply, I was putting a border around this, by the way, in case you're wondering what on earth I'm doing there. I wanted a border, but I needed the white to be behind the black and the black to be behind the white. Now, other ideas. So you could do school, you could do your child's favourite things at the moment. You could do your husband's favourite things, the things that irritate your husband, the things that drive them up the wall that you do to them all the time. Take a few photos, things that your husband does that drives you nuts. The socks on the floor instead of putting them in the basket, the clothes, we all have things that drive us crackers, right? You can scrap that. You can do it in a funny way. It doesn't have to be mean or nasty. It's just funny. Um, what else? You could do first day of school. When they come home from the first day of school, what did they do? Quickly write it down because they're going to forget. I assure you. Like by Friday, they will have forgotten. The year of graduation from high school, you could take a photo on the first of every month, and you could do a layout like that. And because kids go through, their favorite songs, their favorite colors, they're all getting their license in grade 12. So not only do they want, by the way, at the moment I'm just putting a little bit of diluted white acrylic paint just to make the black more charcoal. It's sort of just to mute the pens down a little bit. It's busy. It's meant to be busy. I get all that, but I think because they're bullet point, it's really bulky. If I had have done it in a finer point, I think I would have liked it a lot more. But I like it, but it's just, and I love the concept behind it. That's just my take for you. I would love to do this again and do it, obviously different things, but maybe just do white pen on black or do black pen on white, which is pretty standard. But, you could do something like that. What else could you do? Like I said, the recipes. You could do, how you do a list where you put it out to the world. I did this when I met my husband, actually. You list all the things that you're hoping to have in a life partner. If because there's a lot of people out there that scrap, that are younger. You could do that. You could things that you hope to have by a certain age. And then it'll be fun to come back later on and go, oh, well, didn't quite make that, or oh God, what was I thinking? Why did I think I would have wanted that? That's where I'm going with this, guys. Just have fun with it. Use a topic. You could your photos. It could be your dog. It could be dog, your cat. Why when you come home and see your cat? Why does that make you so happy? Why? Just call it a why layout. Things that remind me of. So that is my entire. I'll have everything listed in the description below. This is my close-up now, and don't forget to like, subscribe, leave me a comment. I'm trying to get my views up, and once we hit 2,000 subscribers, we're going to have a giveaway. And I'm also, don't forget, I've got my Buy Me a Coffee link if you'd like to help support the channel by helping me buy more product to put into, things to try out like these pens. That's something that I purchased to try out for you guys. Let you know what I think. I think they're fine. I think they're great. They are not they're nothing like a Posca paint pen. They're not like that at all. They are, they're metallic, which is great. But I did kill that metallic back a little bit with the acrylic paint. You can see there, it made them more of a matte finish. But I absolutely love it. And let me know what you think, guys. And don't forget, like, subscribe, all the fun stuff, and share my channel around. Share it with your friends. By all means, scrap lift. Run with the idea. Thanks so much, guys. I'll chat to you soon. Bye for now.